Speaking of crazy people, did you hear Kanye's running for president? And
Again?
Milo Yiannopoulos is his campaign manager.
Man,
I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
That's upsetting if any of that's true. The second
I think
part
didn't
especially.
Kanye say he was running for president before the last one?
He did run for president, right? Didn't he like take some votes away that people were concerned about?
I have no idea.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought he ran for some political office and people were writing in Kanye and they were worried it was going to mess up the vote or whatever.
Oh, maybe you're right. He's not actually going to run for president.
Why not?
I mean, he says he is.
And I mean, that could be fun. See what happens.
I don't know what it takes to run for president. Like, how do you get on a ballot? Do you need that many signatures? Do you pay someone?
I bet you can get the first parts of it with just enough cash, right? And like a license.
Kanye asked Trump to be his running mate. I hope Trump's VP.
that would be so fucking funny if Donald Trump joins the Kanye ticket as VP.
Yeah,
or
right.
It's like we're doing something new. We're doing co-presidents.
They both wear red Yeezys at every event.
What would happen if Donald Trump and Kanye West ran for president? And they announced now.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, what do you think would happen? I mean,
yeah,
the Republicans would probably try and put all their focus behind DeSantis and be like, no Trump, no Kanye. And then if Trump was so popular that he like forced the Republicans and the Fox people to do what they did in 2016, then they would like reluctantly get back on board. But
maybe lose in the general.
Please, God.
Yeah, and then probably lose in the general.
If you're there. The only thing I want this year is for Kanye West and Donald Trump to become president of the United States together.
Yeah,
co-president.
Co-president.
I want
We're
that.
getting rid of debates.
That.
We're doing rants. And so we just
I want that more than the little girl.
That's a way better thing to do. Is
just
like get rid of even the premise
Dick Masterson,
of
the rant moderator.
Because like the debates aren't really debates anyway. Like it's like they're not really talking to each other. So just get rid of the premise of debate and have it just. It's like, Mr. President Trump, you have 3 minutes to rant. Like Biden, you have 3 minutes to rant. No fact checks.
Here's the problem with debates as I see them.
Okay.
They're not held like every other debate that's held. We don't have judges and points here. We have moderators and like talking points. What I want is they put them in a booth. And when their time's up, their mic goes off. There's no like yelling if it gets turned off. You're in a soundproof fucking booth, Trump. We muted you like it's pardon the interruption. Like that ESPN show you may have seen, right? Where you just fucking mute them. And it's like, oh, you had your time. And he won. All three of you lost. He gets to talk shit with a mic. Y'all are all muted. Listen up. Like that's how these should go. And every time there's a round, first of all, we're not rushed for time. The fact that we get rushed for time is absurd. The advertisers are paying. Make the program another fucking hour long. What do you mean we're rushed for time? Bump the reruns. What are you talking about? We're rushed for time. We have 5 hours tonight to do this. And we're keeping score after every question, just like every other game that's played. All right. Well, Donald Trump has won that one. Bing, point to Trump. Next question. And they can yell all they want. We'll wait for their mouths to stop moving. Then we'll turn them on. Okay.
Cal, this works.
This is good.
Let me just expand upon this idea. First of all, it happens on Painkiller Already. Zach mutes them when they talk too long, and the three of us decide who's winning.
I would like that a lot. Yeah.
You know what I would like to see? I'd like to see Trump be like, "That's a great question about immigration. I appreciate it. I'm gonna phone a friend." Like,
that's allowed.
Like, yeah.
That's because
Kanye, I just wanted to tell you I'm going to win the $1 million.
Can I just say that as long if you did that, that would be fine by me. And here's why: the president doesn't make his decisions on an asteroid alone in space somewhere. He's in a room full of advisors. He picks. He phones many friends. He phones every friend he can think of before he makes a big decision. So it matters to me who Donald Trump would call in a pinch. Yeah. For a hey.
You gotta ask the
actually, I know an expert on this in this field, you know, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, Dave, make some shit up about the fucking economy. I don't know what they asked. Something about
I'd like him to call each other. Like you know,
Trump,
Trump, you didn't build the wall last time. How are you going to do better? I want to phone a friend. And fucking Ron DeSantis is like, hello?
Hey, you're really pushing me on this wall thing. Could you tone it down a little?
I'll make you my VP if you stop asking this question.
All right, deal.
Look at that. That's politics.
That's politics.
Now you're making
deals.
That's how it should be. I just like the debates otherwise, except when Trump's in them, because he's mean and nasty and he says things that he's not supposed to, and we hadn't seen that before. So that's fun. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to a Trump event if I can. Like if there's one within, say, an hour and a half, I'm definitely going to go. I just want to see the show. It's a show for anybody who's never been to one. Stop thinking of it like politics and like, oh, if I go to Donald Trump's fucking show, then the penguins are going to die in 30 years. Like that's no, you're going to get entertained the same way. Think of it like a movie or a festival or anything else. When I go to the Renaissance Festival, I'm not like supporting time travel or feudalism. I'm going to see some weird shit. Okay.
Of course. People
Same
watching.
thing. You don't pay and don't be like, oh, you're supporting it. It's free. Didn't you know? Like you're taking up the seat of someone who was actually going to get indoctrinated with your normal mind. Yeah, you just walk up. Yeah, it's free. Show up. Yeah. I mean, you got to get in line if you want the good seats. That's why you got to get up the crack of dawn like I did. Get in there. I thought I was going to be in the front row, and we were 5 rows back, and I got there so early, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. or something.
But it's like a festival, right? They probably have food trucks.
There's concessions. Food trucks. There's lots of like memorabilia and merchandise, and like everyone there is smiling and happy and like glad to be there. That was my experience. There was no like cursing. There was no yelling. The closest thing to hatred that I saw was a black pastor got on stage and said that they were going to overthrow Roe versus Wade. And one guy in the front row was wearing a big sombrero that was multicolored, and I think he might have been appropriating a culture in that because he looked very pale.
Wearing a sombrero? Pale people should have more access to sombrero.
Well, we were also indoors in Hickory, North Carolina. I think it was a joke sombrero because of building the wall and such.
Oh, okay. Either way, fine with it.
I'm still good with Taylor's idea though. Like I need access to sombreros way more than Mexican people do.
People, the palest among us need the largest hats. Who said that? Aristotle. Like people in Finland should be wearing giant hats. Probably. I just picked them as like what I imagined the palest people in the world. That's probably right.
Gotta be the Irish, right?
Yeah. Really, you probably can't miss. All of Northern Europe's probably about the same whiteness.
All those poor gingers in Ireland where there's like it's all overcast and gray their entire lives.
They get no sun. I saw some map that was like average amount of sunshine hours like in the US and versus Europe. Like I didn't know it was such a chasm of difference. Like Missouri, very average. Like I guess we're sunnier than average, but like there's nowhere in all of Europe that's as sunny on average as Missouri, much less California, Florida, the South. Like no wonder people get depressed living in the UK in some areas. It's just raining all the time. It's overcast for like most of the year. You know that like sad gray sky you get sometimes that kind of puts you in a funk. Imagine that for months. That would suck. And now they don't even like own the rest of the world anymore with their ships. So they can't go to sunny places. It's sad.
Probably still go.
I don't think he's going to pick Kanye.
I don't either. But
Kanye's not second fiddle. The question is, will ye pick Trump?
Yay. Well, ye. I think it's yay, but they're both made up.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Kanye West.
Oh, you're right, Kyle. Are you right?
Yeah, it is yay. Because Kanye.
Wait,
but it's spelled Y-E.
Yeah, but so yay. Instead, it'd be
Kanye.
2 E's.
It's not Y-E-A-H.
But it's not Y-E-E either. Yee! Like yeehaw. Like Y-E-A would be ye, right? Like yeehaw. Something like that. Anyway, it's yay. I fucking promise you.
Yes, it is yay. Kanye. So I don't think that will happen. I think he's probably not going to run, but I think he'll sell hats that say Kanye 2024.
I'm gonna buy one.
Might.
I'm gonna buy one. That's good.
If he runs, Kyle, I'll vote in your name.
Vote for Kanye
illegally.
Hey, everybody who wants to vote for me, I want your vote to go to yay. Okay, You know, if a vote for yay is a vote for Kyle in my book.
You just tell me. I'll be your humble vote merchant.
Just write it in. Just write it in.
It should be a vote for ye is a vote for me.
A vote for ye is a vote for me.
Hey, heard it here, folks.
If
you vote for ye, you're voting for Woody, and if you vote for yay, you're voting for me.
For May.
For May. Bye.
You're voting for May. Just really fucking forcing it. Oh man, I would love a debate with Kanye and then like a normal politician. No muting, no arbitrator.
Speak coherently? I don't.
Oh yeah, of course
he can.
Yeah, he's a musician. Like,
but you know that podcast that he got in all the trouble on. You know, the one where he said all the stuff. You know, if you upload that now to Google Drive. Google Drive says it's against their services. They auto detect it and they remove it from their file holding service. They won't allow that file to exist on a Google Drive.
That is fucking bizarre.
I watch a podcast. It's like a news podcast, politics mostly, but anyway, they play other clips and avoid copyright. And it's like you can hear the people talking faster, then talking slower, and then talking faster, and then talking slower. And like the image is like mirrored and then unmirrored. And I'm like, they have fucking with this footage, but it works. Like you can watch a video as it goes faster and slower and avoid the detection software.
For now.
Until
they smack that down. That is so annoying.
I'm glad that you got to stay a step ahead of Big Brother, though. I'm really. They were talking about the facial recognition software and how that was going to be a really big problem going forward, but they've got those masks that completely disable it. I think there's sunglasses or something. I can't
literally any mask.
No. There's like an inconspicuous. If you wear a fucking like balaclava or whatever, people are gonna take note. But there are some like really small masks that like completely disable the AI I've seen.
Apple updated their phones so the facial unlock works with them like a COVID mask.
Interesting.
So now it's not using lip and nose data.
I guess it can overlook lip and nose data.
Secure?
You'd think, but
I think so.
I mean, I don't know. Like, or does it use like 97 points around your eyes, and that's secure enough? I'm making this up. I'm not sure.
I've never used facial recognition on my phone. Actually, it's because I've never had a phone nice enough that had that as a feature.
Mine has it. It's nice because when the notifications pop up, they're all like, you got a Facebook message, and you don't know what it says. And then when I look at it, my phone's like, oh, it's you. It's cool. And then it tells me what it says in the preview.
That's pretty cool.